I'm giddy, man. Are you giddy? I'm feeling froggy. I'm giddy.
It is, you guys, it is finally time for, what do we officially call it? The Bourbon Cabin Madness?
Bourbon Cabin Madness.
Bourbon Cabin Madness Finals. B versus D. We don't know what.
Means nothing to us.
Nope. You guys at this point will know what the categories are. It was under 40 versus 40 to 80. That's one side, and then 80 to 120 versus over 120 is on the other side. We don't know which one of those moved on from the semifinals and how they're competing now. So,
but real quick, because some people are going to cheat and just watch the last video, so we better go over the rules real quick on what this madness, this Bourbon Cabin Madness
has all come. Okay.
So it was the only rule for not being entered was no crazy finished bourbons. Yep. So no
the Mexican vanilla. Amber
or like Crown Blackberry in this case would be not allowed because that's a different category. Yeah. But you could have rye, you could have straights, you could have bonded, you could have
high proof, low proof, cask strength,
single barrel.
Yeah.
And then the biggest rule was what we enjoy in this moment right then and there. And I'll let Connor go about how these bottles were selected. Yeah, so
we trying to figure out how we were going to do this and what categories. There's a ton of different ways to do it, and a bunch of the different people do it different ways, and we wanted to separate it by price. And basically, we took every bottle that we have and put it at the price point at what we bought it. So 99% of these are Alaska prices. Some of the bottles we had gotten, during travels or online purchases or, raffles, but, 99% are Alaska prices. And what is the price at that category? So the under $40, $40 to $80, $80 to $120 or over $120. And go ahead.
Oh, just with that being said, for next year, we're looking at different categories.
We're already looking at planning for next year.
That's right. So let us know there if there's I'm all about the fun. If there's a fun way to categorize them that we could do this next year.
Yeah. So we listed all of the bottles we own, and we did try to separate. Hey, these bottles are allocated bottles, so you can back up. We put the list together, and I gave them to my wife. And basically said, pick 8 from each one of these lists. And I did segregate the allocated bottles and said, hey, here are all the hard to get or allocated bottles. If you pick any from this list, you can only pick one. So, for example, like the Weller lineup. All of the Weller lineup other than Special Reserve, essentially the rest of the Weller lineup is all within that one category. I basically said, hey, if you pick something from that allocated list, which included all of the Weller lineup, you can only pick one thing. So I don't know if any Weller's in this, but what I do know is there can't be more than one. That way we didn't end up with Weller full proof versus
then you gotta get the
batch proof
standard, which of the big 5 is the best.
Right.
So that was our thinking.
There could be an allocated in here. However, it was limited to
one per
category, if any. Now that might have gotten a little bit more difficult in the over 120 category. Guys, we're still small. I had barely enough bottles to finish the 8 over 120 category.
You can change that. Send us bottles.
So
send them back.
Hey, if you just like and subscribe,
that
helps us get there.
That's the goal here.
So that was how the list came to be. 8 bottles my wife picked, and she blinded them for us, so we didn't know what they were.
We need like a little brazier and a torch,
Okay. Well, so let's get into this. B versus D. We don't know what they are. Here are the 2 bottles. I'm not even going to touch them.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm not even sure if you guys can see this, but so we're going to make our decision here. You're going
Cheers to you.
D first, okay?
Well, we always go right first.
We always go right first.
Okay. Okay, on the beat.
Guys, I don't think you understand how close this is. Man.
Rough. Yeah, this is a battle for the ages.
My wife's back there looking at us like she's hoping she didn't make a mistake.
If she did, she could lie. It's a triple blinded.
Triple blinded. We wouldn't even know. So
old corn.
What are some of these things you're thinking right now?
Okay.
What?
Let me walk through D.
Okay.
Okay, D almost has a little. It's very well balanced up on front. You can't get sweet and you can't get bitter up front.
Yeah.
And then it kind of shows itself there in the mid palate, and you kind of get a like a buttery. What is that? Like a baking spice, buttery baking spice there in the middle.
Okay.
And then there's a bit of a bitter note on the back end. Very well crafted, very well rounded. Not as many layers as you find in some bourbons, but there's enough there that, I mean, you could sit there and you could drink that every night and be pretty satisfied. What do you think it'd be?
So B is missing a little bit right at the front for me.
It's funny, they both kind of are for me.
Mid palate really, really picks up.
There's something in there, man. It's like doughy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember this one now. It was the doughy.
Yeah, so mid palate picks up this doughiness. And now I'm going to say yeast, but not. I don't actually get yeast, but it smells like yeasted dough.
Right, like
it's
like a starter almost. It
yeah.
Like a sweet bread starter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big mid palate. Now it does finish a little almost soury in the back.
Yeah.
Not an unpleasant sour, but
that's right. I remember this one. Sourdough was kind of the
yeah,
which is big up here in Alaska.
Man,
like our sourdough.
I have got my pick.
I have mine as well.
Okay.
Count it down, brother.
We're going instead of
I
one.
gotta remember which color's which.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of 1, 2, 3, we're going 3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
so don't get confused here. 3, 2, 1. No! No!
Uh-oh.
No!
On the last one, are you kidding me?
Oh!
D was on the right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my pick with D.
Man.
I don't think you can convince me otherwise.
I'm not sure you can convince me
I
out
love
of
my
D.
doughy bourbon. I'll probably bang the mic to heck. Crap.
We might just have to, like, Dylan's final and Connor's final here, because I'm not sure you...
Just give our final thoughts and leave it to the tiebreaker, because... Like I said, man, I don't think
there's... We're taking this one to the grave that you would rather drink B and I would rather drink D, and I don't think that there's a right answer between these two. Like, I can't even convince you or attempt to convince you D over
correct.
B.
Like, let's be honest. These both have made it through
the ringer. I mean,
8 times 8 times 8 times 8.
Well, that's 64, but they haven't gone through 64 rounds.
Correct, but out of 64 bourbons, we are left with these two. So yeah, they're both damn good bourbons.
Right.
And I'm bummed. We disagreed at the very end, but really not B?
No.
Yeasty,
delicious. So what we're gonna do, just out of curiosity.
Oh, I could pick.
I'm gonna have my wife, so she doesn't know. She's the one that picked the bottles. She's not gonna know which is which, and we're gonna have her just out of curiosity see what she says. But are we gonna agree to disagree here, or are we gonna? Because we could spend the next 30 minutes trying to hash out.
I don't think the audience is interested in that.
Yeah.
Maybe we have closing remarks.
Okay.
But we have to pick a winner, Connor. We have to have one. Oh, so okay.
Well, and I don't know. I mean, to me, the only way to pick a winner is to literally just leave it up to somebody else because we're not going to argue each other into.
I say we agree to disagree here.
Okay.
Because they're really. Yeah, I can't. I just tasted. You picked D, correct?
I picked D.
So I just tasted D again. And yeah, I don't think I can convince you that, no, that one doesn't deserve.
Yeah.
This one does. I don't think so.
Okay, so I just mixed up. We're really fast going to see what my wife thinks because she's the one that picked the bottles. So she's not going to know. Stay over there. She's not going to know which one's which. So she's just going to.
It's fitting. Being the list keeper, now having to doing all that legwork, and now.
See what she says. You pick the right one, right?
I don't think you could pick the wrong one.
Which in long end,
that wasn't a pleasant face. I wish we had a camera on that. That was a.
Which in this is going to be winner by vote. It's not unanimous.
Right. I mean.
Winner by points, I guess.
It's like the ref had to step in last minute and.
That one?
This one wins.
Oh!
I see.
Okay. So, now what we don't know is which bottle's which. So.
Whoa.
Let's go.
We want to reveal and guess? Just for fun?
Yeah, let's. Well, and what's your? I mean, when you say guess, what do you mean?
Like we reveal the bottles,
okay,
and we guess which
one's
sample
which.
B and which was sample D.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I mean, the other option is we go. If we played the D got 2 votes, we can say here's what B is, and then here's what D was.
We should do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So the runner up.
Which side is B?
She's checking with both on notebook
checking
and the phone, so we're super sure.
That one is B.
Well,
sir, it was your pick. You do the honors.
Okay, the one that I wouldn't even be sour because again, it was a good round. But the runner-up and Dylan's choice.
We're gonna move back a little bit just to be sure that
just to be triple sure. Good idea.
See.
Was
is this one towel or 2?
That's what I'm checking right here.
2 towels,
okay.
Okay.
And making sure one's not sitting on the other, so when I get out, it doesn't. Okay, ready? What?
That's an under 40!
Is it really?
That's an under 40!
Okay, so we have Wheel Horse. Of course, it's a cigar blend.
Is that an under 40? Yes!
Wow!
You're under 41!
Okay, but this. I see why I'm now biased. This is everything I like. It's a cigar blend, which I love. It's finished in sherry, port, and Armagnac casks, which anything in that kind of... Oh.
Guys, so really quick, I paid $39.99 for this. It's 101 proof, aged for 4 years. Let's see.
And under 40 made it.
Is crafted at the Owensboro, Kentucky at the historic Green River Distillery. Distilled in copper stills from mash bills, 70% corn, 21% rye, and 9% malted barley, aged for a minimum of 4 years.
And this is the first time I've ever heard of Wheel Horse.
I had not opened this bottle prior to... I didn't even know this bottle was open. Because,
I've never heard of it. But... I can recommend it if you see it on the shelf for that price. Heck yeah!
Okay, this is kind of a little off topic. What would you pay for that?
I mean, I'd put it in the 120 category.
Okay, guys, Wheel Horse Cigar Blend
might win the Bang for Buck award anyway, because that was
what it automatically to me has. Because at best, this is the 40 to 80 category, which is already a category higher or worse than the Bang to Buck. So, yeah, Wheel Horse, and this is it. This does say that is their 2023 release. I imagine it's March. They probably don't have a 2024 release yet.
All right,
but
without further ado,
okay,
who was our winner, Connor?
Let's see. Uh-oh. What do we think?
Peak.
Whoa!
A double oaked.
Peerless double oaked bourbon. Is this the 80 to 120 category? I don't.
Yes.
So 120 didn't even make it to the final.
Wow. So guys, Peerless double oaked 108.8. This is their batch number 10. Distilled and bottled by Kentucky Peerless, Louisville, double oaked, twice barreled and new oak. Non-chill filtered, barrel proof, strictly sweet mash, so it's new mash, not sour mash. Guys, so there's your March Madness technical winner. I mean, these guys, Wheel Horse Cigar Blend, and
that's pretty mad. I was at least expecting something.
So I gotta ask. So we're gonna have my wife put her on the spot here. She wasn't prepared for this. I want to know what the finalists were. She's gonna go grab the bottle of the finalists for the 40 to 80 and the over 120, just so we know, and just so we know who won those brackets.
We'll put I don't know if we'll do it in the comments. That probably makes the most sense, but we'll release the list of everything that was competed.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope Blanton's on there. I want to see how far Blanton's made it.
Let's see. She's digging over there. Man,
so this is crazy. I haven't heard of Wheel Horse, and truth be told, I have seen Peerless before.
Yeah.
But man.
Oh!
Really?
The Found North Peregrine.
That one is worthy.
Was the over 120.
Okay, so who did they compete with?
So this is the 40 to 80. So it would have been Horse Soldier versus Wheel Horse.
No.
Peerless versus Found North.
So Found North. Oh wow. Okay. And Horse Soldier. Have we done a review on that?
I can't remember. I think we did do a review, but for some reason I'm thinking we weren't super excited about it.
We weren't.
It's blinds, man.
But here it is. And which category was this?
That's 40 to 80.
40 to 80.
40 to 80. This was one I brought back from Texas at some point.
Okay.
Man.
Does Wheel Horse have anything to do with Horse Soldier?
No.
No? Okay. That would be pretty impressive.
No, Wheel Horse is Green River.
And that's Ohio, I think.
Yeah, American Freedom, handmade and bottled by American Freedom Distillery in Columbus. This guy was 124 proof, so this is their Reserve Legendary Series, barrel strength. And then the Found North, I'm sure you guys have seen.
We did a video on that.
Plenty of reviews on the Peregrine Age 20 cask strength.
Delicious.
Man, delicious.
I'm surprised that I win, honestly.
And we were unanimous that Peerless.
We were. There was no discussion.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, let us know what you guys think. You had the pleasure of watching us fight these things without knowing what they were.
Man.
Where were we wrong? Where were we right? In your opinion, because it's all opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to hear, because not in a million years would I have guessed.
I would not have.
This is the only one I would have guessed was actually a semifinalist.
Wow.
But I remember not being wild about that.
Yeah.
Never heard of Wheel Horse. And that just seems like a underdog to me.
Man. Guys, let us know what you thought. Let us know what you think you would have picked. Give us some ideas for next year. And at the end of the day, give us some ideas for videos. This wraps up the
March Madness.
Yeah, the Bourbon
Madness.
Cabin Madness. So Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know. You guys have a good one.